Like I was saying, welcome back, YouTube, to another video to Gabriel's message. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be here talking to inform you guys on anything, but I'm just talking about kind of more about myself, a little bit of a vent rant session, but kind of just my personal experience of how I view life as a whole. And maybe this will give you guys a good, better insight as to who I am right now, my journey in life, my goals, where I want to do or where I want to go and what I want to do, how I want to go about it. I do plan on documenting most of my life journey, especially because I'm young and I'm ambitious. I have a lot of things that I want to do, but I also have struggles. And I also have, vices, that which I'm not proud of, but nonetheless, they make me human. And so I think one of the biggest things that I can ask of anyone in any relationship that I'm in is for them to, just be human, be authentic, and, be intentional. And so that's what I want to give to you guys, I guess, my YouTube, especially if I'm going to be documenting. So as it is today, I'm 22 years old. I just had my birthday. It was April 8th, 04. So, and today is like the 23rd or something like that. I guess this is where I'll start. I woke up today and I guess all the coping mechanisms kind of just like wore off. And I woke up today just kind of understanding and realizing where I'm at in life. And, for me, I'm not at the point where I guess I thought I would be. And I think a lot of people do struggle with that. But nonetheless, when you're going through it and, you haven't reached the goals that you want to attain for yourself, it kind of makes you want to like isolate so that you can lock in, right, to achieve these goals or whatever. And then obviously with that lock-in comes, kind of isolating from people socially. And then you start to feel like you're alone, you start to feel like you're by yourself. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I feel like for the last 2 years, I've been struggling with my own personal identity and who I am, I guess, who I'm supposed to be. I've been wrestling with this for ever, and I've been trying to find meaning in things that I guess are outside of myself and things that may be higher than me. It was a lot easier for me to appeal to some sort of higher power or to believe in, I don't want to go there yet. What I will say is that it was a lot easier for me to feel happier, I guess, and more free in my past life. And when I say past life, I just mean the last chapter, not like, a different life or anything, but in the last chapter, because I had structure, you know what I mean? I had a brotherhood, I had an identity, and I was leaning on all of those things, and life seemed like it was trending in a certain direction, right? And when I had when I essentially got cut from football and I just started to just stop playing because I didn't know what else to do, right? I didn't realize it, but I was going into who I was having, I was sending myself to this, kind of identity crisis, because up until that point, all of my it's not just about college football and playing sports. Like I said, all of those things that I just prior mentioned cultivated into how I felt by the time that it was over, right? So, and I've been playing this thing since I've been 3 or 4 years old. And so just up and stop playing when you're 20 for no apparent really reason, it was shocking, I guess, right? And that was just the life that I had known, was that kind of structure. And I never really thought that I was going to go to the league, but I thought that I was going to always use football to pay for, like, a college degree, right? And when I just told when I got cut, I didn't really know what to do. I kind of flustered. And I was like, I don't really want to play anymore. But there was a lot that had went on in the locker room those first 2 years that led me to the point that, like, I'm just done with football, right? And so I like to say that's what led to kind of, that identity crisis. And I think that honestly, it's the best thing that could have happened for me, because regardless, we all have to hang the cleats up, and we all have to move into new chapters of our life at some point, And I think right now I'm just kind of grieving and mourning those more so just the people that I met, the relationships that I made, and even now it's happening again. There's a new transition going on. Most of my friends from college here at the new school I'm at, which I transferred from 2 years ago, they're now graduating, and because of my credits are all wonky from NSU, the school that I was at, I have one more semester here, so I'll be doing it alone. And then the plan is to go to graduate school. But the thing is, I haven't applied for graduation. I don't even know how to deal with graduate school. Like, I'm not as locked in as I need to be, right? And I'm only locked in a few areas. So, yeah, I woke up and I woke up to morning with all that weight on my chest, And I say all that to say that we all do carry unseen weight of varying degrees with us. And I found a good outlet today, which was to go and run. I went and ran 3 miles. My pace was like 8:20, 8:38, and then like 7 something, 47. So like, I'm trying to get consistent perfect sevens when I run 3 miles at least. I've done it before. I've done it a few times, but I wanted like a consistent marker, so I know that I'm like truly like in the shape that I want to be. But I don't really know what is planned for my life, honestly, and that's the scary part, is the uncertainty. I get emotional talking about this, because I thought that I would be so much further in life, I guess. I thought that I would have achieved more. I thought that I would have embraced who Gabe was more, and love myself for who I was. But I don't love a lot of things. There's a lot of good things about myself that I don't like, or I guess I don't appreciate quite yet. And the bad things about myself I hate. I hate it. And I don't know what it is that I'm really seeking out in life. Like, I try to find it with faith and, spirituality, and that is, I don't even understand. Oh, gosh, I mean, I just can't understand. I can't wrap my head around that, right? I can, but there's some avenues, I guess, for the place that I'm stuck. I'm just like, what's going on? And then, you try to dive into these vices, these worldly vices and stuff like that, and those don't work either. So, but yeah, I'm not happy with who I am today. But good thing is, as depressing as that is, it would be even more depressing to stop here. There are some good things. There are some blessings in life. It's not as bad. I'm just an American who is understanding that he's living in a golden cage. That's it. But things could 100% be worse for me. Oh my goodness. Things could 100% be worse for me. and it could be better, right? And maybe that's the whole game that's being played here is, you know, you work with the cards you're dealt and you try to achieve what you want to achieve. I do think that everything that I want is on the other side of fear. You know what I mean? And I think the grass is greener on the other side for me. I think I can cultivate, a life almost similar to what I have dreamed up for myself. I just don't know how to go about it. And I look to my left or I look to my right, and these people are like, you're already, fucked because you gotta pay for college now. You're gonna be in college debt. You're on student loans, so that's how you're gonna get fucked, right? And I look to my left, and it's like you're running out of time. You need to start a family. You need to do this and that. Find a woman. And don't even get me started on dating in this generation. And I look up, and it's just like, oh, fucking your economy shit. Your job market's oversaturated. You know what I mean? You're going into war next year, by the way. I'm getting drafted next year in 2026. So, but yeah, this video's been long enough. I guess I just want you guys to kind of come on this journey. This is me being extremely vulnerable. But I think that a lot of the lessons that I could teach or explain and give you guys advice from my own experiences, but I'm rather young, and a lot of my experiences come from hearing from older people and also just walking through them myself. And yes, I'm more mature, I guess maybe some will say, for my age, but I'm still going through this stuff my own self, and I guess I would like you guys to be a part of my journey. I do. I don't know what I'm going to create for myself. I do not know what I want to innovate, but I know that I know that I want to be able to create some kind of leverage in this world, whether that's, through some sort of innovation, some sort of creativity, whatever. But I need to create some sort of leverage so I can, hold my stake in this world and, carve my lane, find my niche and then carve my lane, man. Get a piece of my pie and get out. I'm studying psychology, which is also I've made a few poor decisions in my 20s, and maybe going to college and studying psychology was one of them. But I guess I have a minor in sports and coaching science, so I want to pursue sports psychology, but I don't know if I'm smart enough. We'll see. All right, this is it. This is all I got for you guys. This has been Gabriel's message. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know if anyone's going to see this video, probably not. If you guys like these kind of talking style videos, just talking real, whatever, hit me up with something you want to talk about, some kind of questions, and we can get it chopping. But this has been Gabriel's message, and there wasn't really a message. I was just a vent rant, and goodbye.